Malcolm Turnbull's changes to immigration won't stop with the abolition of the 457 visa for foreign workers. 7 News can reveal new details of the Prime Minister's changes to citizenship requirements with an emphasis on Aussie values.
With his 457 visa changes in the spotlight, Malcolm Turnbull ramps up his nationalist message.
We are putting Australians and Australian jobs and Australian values and Australia's national interest first.
A welcome reception from the business community as new detail emerges. Employers taking on foreign workers under the stricter regime will have to pay into a skills fund,
so that we can train up Australians to fill Australian jobs.
The government isn't doing a crackdown, it's doing a con job.
Labor says the changes will affect just 9% of the 95,000 457 visa holders, and that trade deals already signed will exempt many nationalities from the tougher labour market tests that require the jobs to be advertised to Australians first.
The deals he's doing with other countries will mean it'll be actually easier to bring in workers from overseas.
This is a commitment to putting Australians first, Australians for Australian jobs first. Thank you.
Australian citizenship will be Malcolm Turnbull's next target, with the second of his immigration crackdowns to be announced tomorrow. 7 News understands the changes will include a tougher citizenship test, an increase in the 1-year permanent residency period before applying for citizenship, and introduce a strong emphasis on Australian values and culture. Malcolm Turnbull hinting at the reforms today.
Citizenship must be valued, and we're making changes so that the practices and principles of those obtaining citizenship are consistent with our cultural values.
As the patriotic battle heats up,
Australia first.
Australians first.
To be first among Australians. Mark Riley, 7 News.
Patrick Condren, what's the reaction been in Queensland?
Well, that's easily summed up in one word: confusion. Opening the $2 billion Sunshine Coast University Hospital today, the Premier, Anastasia Palaszczuk, echoed the sentiments of many in the business community, declaring that without any specifics, it's impossible to know the full impact of the federal government's move to abolish 457 visas. Of particular interest to the state government, overseas trained doctors who staff regional hospitals.
The devil is in the detail, and we still haven't seen the detail.
We won't know some of those finer details until the federal government's budget is handed down in May.
So it could be a long wait for businesses and those directly impacted by the changes.